Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, the former head of the National Enquirer is questioned about burying negative stories about former President Trump. Plus, one medical clinic brings care to the community, hosting a spring health fair at the Pikeville Park.
Plus, we are tracking showers overnight and a warmer weekend. Your forecast on the way as Mountain News at 5:30 starts now.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. A challenging day in criminal court for former President Donald Trump. The judge clashed with Trump's lawyer as he refuted claims his client had violated a gag order, and a key witness said he squashed stories that could harm Trump's 2016 bid for the presidency. CBS's Michael George has the latest.
Former President Donald Trump left the sixth day of his criminal hush money trial fuming that he's stuck in a courtroom instead of on the campaign trail like President Biden.
He's out campaigning, and I'm here in the courtroom, sitting here, sitting up as straight as I can all day long, because you know what? It's a very unfair situation.
Tuesday, former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker returned to the stand. He testified that during a 2015 meeting with Trump and his fixer Michael Cohen, he agreed to be Trump's eyes and ears, suppressing stories that could hurt Trump's 2016 run for the presidency. Pecker detailed 3 stories he bought just to kill, including an apparently false story about Trump fathering a child out of wedlock, and Trump's relationship with former Playboy model Karen McDougal. McDougal claims they had an affair in 2006.
I have an unconstitutional gag order by a highly conflicted judge.
Before testimony resumed Tuesday, Judge Merchan heard arguments about possible gag order violations. Prosecutors say Trump commented about potential witnesses 10 times on social media. The judge appeared frustrated with Trump's attorney's attempt to explain the posts, eventually telling him, "You're losing all credibility with the court."
That's just another way of saying, I don't trust you. Where's your precedent? Where's your facts?
After the hearing, Trump posted on his social media platform, "This is a kangaroo court, and the judge should recuse himself." Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The judge has not yet ruled on the possible gag order violations. The court does not meet on Wednesdays, so testimony in the case is expected to resume on Thursday. President Biden is scheduled to deliver 2 commencement speeches next month. The White House says during the speech in front of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, President Biden will thank graduates for defending the nation. The president will also appear at Morehouse College, an HBCU in Atlanta, and Martin Luther King Jr.'s alma mater. Last year, President Biden gave the commencement address at another HBCU, Howard University in Washington, D.C. The city of Baltimore is suing the owner and manager of the ship that crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge last month. The Baltimore mayor and city council filed a claim yesterday accusing both companies of providing the vessel with an incompetent crew that lacked proper skills and training. The claim says the Dolly left the port despite indications that the ship had an inconsistent power supply. The city is seeking unspecified damages from both companies. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is heading to China. Blinken is set to begin 3 days of talks with senior Chinese officials as ties between the U.S. and China are at a critical point regarding several global disputes. Blinken's trip comes as President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping met recently. Some of the issues expected to be discussed are the tensions in the Middle East and the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. The Senate is one step closer to approving a major foreign aid bill that will provide funding to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Senators voted to break a filibuster that would have delayed the legislation's passage. The Senate vote clears the last procedural hurdle before a final vote can take place. That is expected to happen sometime tonight or tomorrow. The Senate is taking action after the House approved its version of the bill last Saturday. Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich will stay in a Russian jail on espionage charges until at least late June. He was detained last year while on a reporting trip and has spent more than a year in jail. Last month, his pretrial detention was continued again until June 30th. even though he and his lawyers challenged the ruling. A Moscow appellate court rejected it today. Authorities have not detailed what, if any, evidence they have to support the espionage charges. Police in Washington state are searching for a former officer who is accused of murdering 2 women and abducting his young son. West Richland police identified 39-year-old Elias Weezar as a person of interest after a woman was found fatally shot at an elementary school. Police say when they searched his house, they found a second murder victim. The 2 victims are believed to be his ex-wife and his girlfriend. Police also say he's considered to be armed and dangerous.
We are tracking some dry and mild weather on this Tuesday evening, but those clouds continue to increase as that next weather system is knocking on the door. A live look from the London Corbin Airport, also from I-64 in Rowan County, and same story from Buffalo Mountain in Perry County. We are tracking some clouds, also some warm weather. Most of us in the upper 60s to lower 70s, up to 71 for Pikeville, 72 over in Grundy, also in Jackson, and 74 in Clay County for Manchester at this hour. So we are close to average on this Tuesday, but we are tracking a cold front, so some slightly below average weather is on the way by Wednesday. Also on Thursday, up on the radar, we are dry this evening, and that will continue if you have those plans for dinner or for outdoor events this evening. But notice as we zoom out, we are tracking some more moisture over Illinois, also pushing into Indiana, and this weather system is moving into our direction by late Tuesday, also pushing into early parts of your Wednesday. But again, this evening we are dry, also comfortable. Those temperatures in the middle to upper 60s, but notice after midnight that moisture begins to increase, and we are tracking some more widespread showers, lows in the middle to lower 50s. A little bit cooler tomorrow, but some warm weather is on the way for this weekend. Those details on the way in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. A wellness fair in Pike County brought one clinic to the city park, hoping to promote programs and provide resources to the people of Pikeville. And the weather's certainly great for that today. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more.
Mountain Comprehensive Care Center is hitting the road with its health resources.
Individuals seeking treatment, especially with mental health services, you see a stigma attached with substance abuse services. Individuals are apprehensive about coming into an office sometimes, not knowing what to expect.
The healthcare provider planted a pop-up in Pikeville Tuesday, sharing the options available in the area at a spring wellness fair.
It's more welcoming, it's more warm for the individuals to come and meet some of the individuals behind the scenes, and it helps tear down some of the stigma attached with seeking services, and hopefully reach out to someone that normally would not come into an office type setting, but be able to provide information not only to help them but also their families.
From the Home Place Clinic to the Serenity House, Pikeville Clinic Coordinator Daniel Ward says the event is all about highlighting the clinic's programs in a more welcoming environment.
Substance abuse services, victim services, psychiatrics, it's a pretty large umbrella of services that I think a lot of people aren't always aware of what we offer, and this is our opportunity to kind of spread the word about what type of quality of service we can provide.
Ward says they hope to welcome more people to similar events in the months to come.
Hopefully it's something that we can continue to do and grow and get the word out to more individuals.
Taking the care to the community. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Center workers handed out informational materials and more, saying it was a great day to get out into one of the cities they serve. U.S. News and World Report has revealed its rankings of top 15 high schools in the state of Kentucky, and 3 Eastern Kentucky high schools made the cut. Pikeville Independent High School comes in as the 6th ranked high school in the state. Checking in at number 10 is Barberville Independent High School, and at number 15 is Harlan Independent High School. No Kentucky school made it in the nation's top 50. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, $408,000. That's the average household retirement savings for people ages 55 to 64. Tips to help you start saving for your golden years.
Plus, we are cooler tomorrow, but some 80s are possible by Sunday and Monday. Those details after this break.